Hi, Wildling. Hey, I'm still looking for some more interesting guests on European herbalism and foraging. So if you know anybody that would want to be a guest in my podcast series, please feel free to reach out and contact me through social media, Wild Plant Forager, or through my website, wildplantforager.com. Thank you so much. Hi, Wildling. Just a short note from myself, your podcast host. As you will notice during this episode, the term Indians will be used. Well, please bear in mind, English is very often the third or the fourth or the fifth language of our guests here. So please, this is meant in not in a racist way at all. Of course, we refer to Native Americans, First Nations, Indigenous people. I just wanted to clarify that. So, yeah, enjoy this episode. Welcome to Wild, the podcast for wildlings just like you. Wildlings who want to transform the prevalent plant blindness to collective plant wisdom. My name is Lieve Galle. I've been working as a herbalist and wild plant forager in Belgium since 2002. In those years, I've seen a lot of changes. Working with plants has become more popular, but I've also seen time is running out for our planet. As foragers and herbalists in Europe, sometimes we're dealing with different plant species and different cultural approaches towards plants. In some countries, working with plants is licensed, and in others, it's almost illegal. I believe that together we can learn from one another and be stronger. There is nothing more empowering than connecting wild souls. Together, we can have a greater impact on restoring the ancient link between people and plants. And that's why, for this podcast series, I'm talking to fellow herbalists and foragers in Europe. So if you're ready to find out what you've never been told, but what your soul already knows, welcome to Wild. Hello, wildlings. Welcome to a new episode of the Wild podcast. And today I'm delighted to welcome Gaby. She's the passionate founder of It Is Gaby's Garden. And she specialized in wild plant workshops and products made with freshly foraged plants. She's a member of the Croation Botanical Society, and she grew up in a farming family and developed a deep love for nature and traditional herbal medicine. Welcome, Gaby, all the way from Croatia. Welcome.
Yeah, hello. Welcome from my small village, Malunje, 40 kilometers south from Zagreb, from mountains. Hello.
It's lovely to have you here. So, can you tell us a little bit about how your love for plants got started?
It started now, I'm 38, and it started when it was like before I went to school, because my uncle, he was a sailor, and I used to talk with him, drink tea, and he was talking to me about who he met, especially about Indians, native Indian medicine. And he talked to me about rituals they do, plants they use, plants that smoke. I don't smoke, and he doesn't smoke. My family, they don't smoke, nobody. So I'm starting to be interested in this because I was born in Christianity religion. Of course, I respect it, but I'm more interested in like native Indian medicine and how to help myself. At first, I had a back pain when I was little girl, and he took a mat from wood and put me by my date of birth, hour of birth, and like zodiac sign on my part of back to heal me. And also we were learning like about self work, how to when I was sick. He wrote me on paper, I am healthy. I am powerful. And he said me, Gaby, read it every day when you don't feel good. I was like, it was before my school. And his stories with these Indians who worked with them like sailors were so interesting to me. And it was like a really good ambition and good like compass in my life. So I started when I went to school. I sell to boys like drugs, not drugs like drugs, cocaine. I sell like St. John's wort buds because they have hypericin, antidepressive. I didn't know it. To smoke, yes. And I had like 5 kunas for one small pocket, and also time because you can also not smoke it. You can put it in your mouth and go to sleep because your in mouth it is transmitting to your nerves faster. It makes you calmer faster than when you drink tea.
Uh-huh.
So, yes, I earned really good money when I was 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old. And it was really good to me because I was the oldest kid. I have younger sister and brother. We had a sheep. We go 2 times a day with sheep to pasture before school and after school. And I was the best student in school. I learned at pasture for school, English, mathematics, everything, to have good grades, to become money from my grandma, grandpa. And just to have time in the evening to go across the road to my uncle to talk about plants, to read the books, like from Balkan, there are many herbalists, like priests who did, tinctures, teas, and I read that books from Serbia, from, I don't know, maybe Romania. And I was start to read before school, how to the best thing to how to heal my back pain. And after I was like fat, you sit and you see your leg. I was never fat, and I started to drink like teas for detox to be thin, and I was really thin. I was experimenting on myself. That's like I just did everything to my parents or the day just to have free time to go to my uncle across the road to be with him, drink tea. When I was sad, angry with my parents, I just come to him and he was my psychotherapist, not just this. He was my everything. He's my also godfather.
Nice.
That's how it started, then with 7 years you earn money, you buy sandwich or you save money. It's really good motivation. Yes, good motivation for business and to learning. Then you're motivated to learn more. What can I sell again to the boys to smoke? Where to find more St. John's wort buds. Oh, it's in June. I have to pick it then as much as I can. That's what I was planning organization with 7 years old. That was my ambition and knowledge. I don't know nothing. I think I learn on every of my workshops from people who know less. I hear one sentence and I say, oh, it can be different. I have open-minded like head, and I learn from everybody. Just, you have to be not to have big ego. I know everything, then you stop. Then you stop and you don't go nowhere.
But what an incredible story that you were selling the herbs to
Yes.
smoke.
Yes, to boys.
Wow.
They said boys from upper classes, they were like smoking. I don't know, maybe tobacco. I don't know. And said, "Do you want to buy?" Like I just because I need money. My father gave me, but I wanted more money for my things. I'd save my money to buy books. I'm crazy for books. I'm not allowed to go to book fair or somewhere because I buy everything. I have to go with 50 euro, and they said no.
It's kind of funny, I think, how a lot of people I know that love herbs also love books. It's like, it's really a thing, Herbal people usually, they really love books as well. So
Do you like books?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah.
And obviously I have like a whole bookshelf full of herbal books. Yeah. So yeah, and it just so many new books are being published right now about herbs, and it's so interesting to read them all. And I make lists. I have like this never ending list. I don't know if I will ever catch up with it because it's I just need more reading time.
Did
But
you ever
yes,
write a book? Did you ever write a book? Did you
yes,
ever
I've
write?
written several books on herbs.
Oh, please send me link, and I want
Yes,
to.
but it's in Dutch, so you won't be able to read them. Yes.
Yeah, yes, I don't.
Maybe we can look for an English translation. It would be really cool to do one
Oh.
day. But
Like
yes,
a book, your books are about herbs or about something else?
yeah, it's about herbs and about foraging. The most recent one is one that I've written with three former students of mine. It's
Mhm.
it's a beautiful work of art, but it's also a foraging book for children and for adults. Yes,
Hmm.
so very nice. So, Gabi, can you tell us a little bit more about your own unique approach to foraging and to using the herbs?
Yes. My unique approach is just okay. For some uh, species, I have a plan. In June, you cut St. John's wort for spring for wild edibles. Like spring is the top of the season, and I know okay, wild garlic is coming in the end of February, so I start to go out. I every time I take them, not all population. If I see like something similar to wild asparagus, I don't
Mhm,
take everything. I just pick few, eat them. I don't even take to home to make a meal or for workshop. I leave it for my workshop to show people, to teach them, because I have many species around my house where I have workshops. I'm really rich woman about like species, medicinal and edible near my house. And after I say thank you, I when I forage nettle, I said thank you for your leaves. I say it in my mind because I will use it for my tea. I need it for my period to like to take energy. I know I'm taking energy of the plants, of fruits, so I'm saying thank you. My uncle taught me that. When you pick the cherry, say thank you because she has to give something also back.
mhm,
When you are grateful,
mhm,
also they are not people plants, but they're really on a level of conscious, I think, higher than humans. They give you back, and that's really good thing to me because also I'm introvert. And Indians do that. They thank to rain. Yes, people in Croatia, when it's rain, they are complaining, oh, bad weather. It's not bad weather because rain soil needs it. Roots need this. If you want to have paprika or apple, they can't survive without rain. People are complaining. They don't understand this natural cycle because they live, also women, in cities, in male energy. We live in, like money energy, male energy. We are not anymore like we witches before in 7th century. So that's why I also have special approach to foraging is also that I know with who you hang out, you become like that person. So if I hang out with herbs in a wood, with my animals, ducks, cats, and like the energy, I get that peaceful energy to be on high vibration because then you can solve faster your 3D problems, with post office, with your delayed packages I sent, you are more out of stress, your physical
mhm,
body. That's when I thank them and I know like in the way what you are giving, you are receiving. And there is more plants than humans in Croatia. They're receiving that more back. When you give to human, you expect back from the same person. And when I give to the nettle, I don't know, my apple will give me 10, 100 kilos of apple now. I know it's cycle and it's big, and it's really big, how you say, bogatstvo. I don't know. I don't know the word. Yes, sorry. You get the point.
yes, yes, I
Yes.
do, I do.
Yeah.
And it's so beautifully said, I think, that what you give is what you receive, and
Yeah.
how you spend time with the plants and become like them. It's and like on the same. level of energy. I really love that, how
Yes.
you
And
bring
after that, when you realize it, you are so weird to normal people and you are so selfish to hang out and talk with human beings. Like, okay, I have five, maybe I can say my aunt is also a witch, like with just people who don't make you stress.
Yes, and I would like to dive a little bit deeper because you're talking about being a witch. What I've noticed before is that, like, in a lot of Balkan countries, herbalism is still more intertwined with witchcraft or with astrology, or because the witch hunts that we had very severely here in Belgium was never really there. So, can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yes, it's really true. For example, if I post something about what's connected with Halloween, witch or healing, or like non-physical healing things from Malain, some of people like judge me. Okay, I don't even, then I burn the candles, then I say that energies go away. I don't talk with them anymore. But it's really so low in Croatia, yes, in Balkan, low mindset about foraging, about herbalism, like folk medicine. You are witch, not witch, like you are a demon. It's because of Christian religion. That's the main thing. Yes, Serbia, they are similar like Christians. That's the main thing because they are on the top, it's like in subconscious of older people. It's so on. You have on and off button. It's so on that they don't even realize in their 50, 60 years life that they admit to themselves, oh, for example, women, Christianity is not female energy. It's male energy because it's dominant. It's always be on. And I have menses. It's 4 week cycle like a moon. It's different. And they trust like West medicine, like take pills. I have cancer. Yes, they are so close. Some of them, people approach me and buy by themselves. They see, and I say, buy just if you like. Don't use that mistletoe tincture that can be dangerous if you have cancer. And many of them said, I will ask doctor. And I said, first ask your doctor. The doctors, they don't trust, they don't admit that folk medicine is good. In Germany, they do. They prescribe to women St. John's wort tincture for menopause. I use it also for my PMS and it helps me. So it's on the individual level of women. I said women because male boys, they have different kind of energy and we can't compare with them because they have one then cycle hormones and we have 20th cycle of hormones. So it's better not to talk about that. And I see like now it's 4th year I will have Halloween workshop where we do like candles, brooms, and the black salt and the rituals. And last year was 3rd year. I had like 10 witches. That means somebody, they see your post, they read. It's just in inbox conversation or in messages. There is nothing that can see, like it's not news. It's not to widespread people. Not because I'm afraid. It's wise to keep it for yourself. And that woman that came in that house, wooden, where we have near my home, that workshop, they are really like your soul sisters, and they just want to protect themselves. Yes, they had trauma in life, so then they want to learn that rituals and plant non-physical usage because they need it in their life. Also in Serbia, south of Serbia, there is like people say in Croatia, a to su zabiti dijelovi svijeta, like they live like before like 1,000 years, like they are not so modern. But modern society doesn't understand they are basic. And this like they live before, they are like village people, it's like in a bad way said, but they are really clever. Poisonous hemlock, you know that plant.
Yes, yes.
Did you ever use it?
No.
But I know a woman. She lives in Crna Gora. It's south of Serbia. She make tincture from seeds that it's poison. Really. And she cures people that have cancer. The dosage is 1 drop of tincture, poisonous hemlock a day. I said, wow, I want to learn it. I don't use poisonous plants because I don't know. I want to learn from that kind of older people, but they live in Balkan or in Romania. I don't know, where. In this kind of not modern society, not modern, modern. What's modern? After end of the day, you are pleasing other people and then you are not happy. That's modern. For me, bags, t-shirts, I have shirts with holes, I like my old shirts. Religion, many women, religion, what other will say, so she is like listening others, her husband, society, and in the end of the life, they are not happy, they become cancer. I have the same. I have the best thing in my family. Women who became cancer because they were living pleasing other people. They weren't witches, not in a bad way, just giving good thoughts, good medicines to you where you are doing this. You are earning money not as a man, you are earning how you can after menses, and that's all. You have to know how much is enough to you of material things. That's the main thing. I listen to me.
Yes, that is so important. Yes. And I'm totally with you with the holes in the clothes.
Yes, the same color.
It's our outside. It's
Yes.
not the essence, and the essence is on the inside.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about herbalism and foraging in Croatia. So, like, how is the legal framework? So, like, can you practice as a herbalist, or can you just pick everywhere as a forager? What are the rules? What are the local laws when it comes to this?
There are laws by ministry that is connected with protection of nature, and you have to, if you do it like foraging and learning people, and also when you sell your teas, your herbs and tinctures that I do, that's my I am example, not like buying plants and reselling, not that are other laws, but foraging you have a one paper that I've got. At first, you write a species you forage, how much per kilos, and what's the way of foraging, like scissors, do you dig it? And they write you back. And 2 years ago, they write me like some definitions, like some obligations that I have to be careful. It's for me normal because also I'm not kind of people that I will forage endangered species for teas. I just show them people also like really interesting part, really interesting herbs are these toxic plants that are also many of them here that we see in workshops. You can forage like, for example, you have family, you go to forage a little bit dandelion, netly you don't have a rule, but I have it because many people are coming to my workshops and they can say, oh, she's this devastating nature, but no, I know what a forage, for example, many, there are herbal plants for, like thyme, St. John's wort, ahilea, mullein, many plants, their population is decreasing also because the area where they grow is changing from nature habitat to they construct a building or house. So some kind of herbs are not yet endangered or some of category that is, like you would say in category in the whole world. So you have, comfrey root, comfrey, dandelion, that are all weeds. Weeds are plants that we in agriculture we don't want it in our potato field, cornfield, or in my tomatoes. So we dig them, we destroy them, by with your with thing with you dig. And comfrey root, I dig on the autumn and winter for my comfrey root balms. And the ministry, they said me, I think I have permission per year, 3 kilos. It's not enough. I dig more. I don't listen them, but nobody is watching me because it's wheat. And I finished agriculture university and we learn about wheat and it's normal. They have in their ability, in their nature, weeds are they can survive their seed can survive without sun, soil, and we like 100 years. They are so adaptable because um, they are taking food from our plants that we grow. I also agriculture. I produce vegetable. And I don't want it, but I know in the winter when I will dig it up, I will do it good for my comfrey balms that I sell, and I will do it to this soil. And my father, when he's preparing a soil for sowing or before in autumn, with the plow, I think it's a plow on a tractor. You are digging the all big your area. Yes, after corn to dig it up to prepare soil for next year. And then if the plow cut one root of wheat, it can be one wheat similar to the corn. You divide it in two, three, and you got three more. And the ministry that they didn't talk when they make that law for herbalist, yes, license, that we they're also so easy spread, they are not endangered. They wrote me like they're endangered. Comfrey is not endangered. I have it so much in my potato field. I can 10 kilos. I dig it for people in my workshops. It's also hawthorn berries or flowers. Hawthorn is also so widespread, right? Rose hip. People don't make a hay. They don't have cows, so meadows are going to grow. And then you have another species that are taking over the meadow flora. It's changing flora when you don't cut the grass every year in a meadow.
Yes.
So they don't think about that I'm doing good if I take berries from hawthorn or flowers. I will not cut that. But there is a plantage, like one whole big part when I can take all people from Croatia to take it, we will not destroy it. And they said like hawthorn flower and berries, I think 5 kilos. I don't even forage so much for my tinctures, elixirs. I don't need so much, but it's not connected with the true state on it's not practical because they make it in office. Okay, another species that are protected, are like protected species that are medicinal. Now I can't find that plant, but there are plants that are medicinal and they're protected. But I have rules from them. When I see one population, not nettle, not dandelion, but population of thyme, little purple flowers for teas, antimicrobial, really, really quality, high medicinal plant. They said I have to pick, or other people, 2 parts of 3 you can cut, and you have to leave 1/3 for nature, for pollinators to go to seeds and to spread another. And sometimes I'm not sure. So if you are greedy, I will have all. Okay, I will say in February I don't have that kind of tea anymore to sell. Will have another. And now is hops. I will I will have more hops for relaxing, so I can combine my tea mixtures. I'm also so sensitive person, so if I have bee hotels and I feed my dogs, I go to veterinary in them. I'm not kind of person that will take something, one beautiful flower or lily or orchids that are endangered. In my meadow where we make hay, there are endangered species of orchids. And we are allowed to cut that meadow from 1st of August to 15th of September. Because when you cut your meadow before 1st of August in Croatia, in our continental climate, you don't give some meadow species opportunity to flower and to bring seed.
Mhm.
And after 1st of August, Achillea, many other medicinal and endangered orchids, they have time because you're not doing nothing. They have time to have to spread more. And in one field, I have so many Achillea because of that rule from government. It's really good. I really like that rule, and we became money for that when we do it after 1st of August, the 15th of December for like wild flora to be more widespread. It's really good law.
Yes, and I also like how you add to that sometimes when the laws don't make a lot of sense to you, that you really look at nature itself and follow the rules of nature. Yes, but I think it's really good that there are so many laws when it comes to protecting plants in Croatia. That's really
Yes,
nice. And
yes.
what about practicing herbalism? Like what are you allowed to do legally? What are you not allowed to do?
I'm not allowed to forage endangered species, also mushrooms. And I can pick it, like I said, you, for example, 2, 4, 5 kilos of each herb, stems, leaves, flowers. But how I work, I of every species, maybe it's maximum half-torn berries because they're heavy. Maybe it's like 2 or 3 kilos, like few big jars I need, you
But
know?
you are allowed to make your own products and to sell them.
Yes, normally, normally, like it's small family company. It's not company. It's like
Okay.
agriculture, family business, something like in
Right.
Croatian. That it's not like a company like Coca-Cola. That kind
Yes.
of a
Yes.
structure in when you look in your law. Not kind of. It's like small family property.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm. And what about if you wanted to do consultations, like people coming over to you and asking for herbal advice? Is that a thing you can legally do?
No, but people when they come to workshop, I teach them how I do, and then teach them in this framework of laws I have.
Mhm.
They ask me something more. I said I don't know because I can't say I don't know, or I say I don't know. That some things are not yet in the laws. You can't put folk medicine in laws really because when you are sick and you don't know nothing, you're a woman, you have kids. I don't have kids, but maybe somebody you really have to be think fast how to help yourself.
Mhm.
Will I go to hospital? Even if it's not, you have to have many herbal preparations at home at your home apothecary to have, or just be not to be stressed, not to make panic.
Yes.
But
Yes.
people who came to my workshops, they're like similar to me. They are not kind of people that never will come somebody, when was KO period, CO and 3 letters more period in before 4 years. Many people didn't go because of viruses nowhere. They were closing in rooms, panic. And in that, I started then with my workshops, 2001. And nobody came who asked, oh, do we have to wear mask, I attract people who have the same clicker as me in my head. I write that way, and people who are different than you, they won't even ask you or send message. Who are not in the same thoughts and like thinking about everything.
Yes. Yes.
That's
And
the point. That's the biggest point,
yes.
I think.
Yes. And I'm also wondering, like, is there like a school of herbalism in Croatia or?
There is like school for making herbal balms and tinctures by pharmaceutical companies and
Ah.
famous pharmacists like Stribor Markovic. You can go to him and learn botany. You have classes, and then you will learn about plants, and you will learn how to make tinctures, everything, but on pharmaceutical way, not like folk medicine.
And is it accessible only for pharmacists or can anyone join those classes?
I think not anyone can join it because they have restrictions. People who are finished pharmacy have more things, and people who are poor, they can't afford it because it's really expensive.
Okay. Okay.
It's really, I think it's too much. Yeah, it's knowledge, but there were some people at my workshops, some, yes, that finished, and they said it's really way too much money. We learn plants so fast, and they didn't have time to learn it in really nature. Some
Mhm.
people, one man like Lovac na bilje, one man who is doing also shamanic ceremonies, or what's his name? He's doing also recognizing herbs and plants near Karlovac, near Rijeka Dobra. His name is Anton Rudan. He's like doing with plant energies, and he is really he's a man, but he is doing that on a good way. Not It's not like school, it's like workshops or something what is not like alternative festivals
Mhm.
kind
Mhm.
of people, yes. But normal people are like afraid. I wasn't afraid because I was thinking I was working as a waiter, and the one for and only one free day. I thought, oh, it will be so funny that I invite people who want to go with me. I will also charge them something. And I had like first time for a woman. We went to Mountain Japetić. We also saw endangered spring flowers, accept these wild edibles, and also I prepared them lunch. It was really good, and a really good thing when I do it in real, not just in my mind, that I start then I have workshops with Halloween, the best one, because they are the best kind of people, because it's different thema. It's not like foraging. Sometimes one was really if somebody buy my workshop from web shop, we are
Mhm.
not in communication. It just click, and I send message 2 days before because it's good weather forecast. Then they come and I see how they act. They don't talk a lot. Maybe they are pharmacists. I don't know from where are they, but don't seem, they are not relaxed. People with
Mhm.
who I contact them, it's better group. And one that kind of person can ruin all that day because other members can't be normal, can't make jokes, I don't know, when we eat. Or once was one famous Croatian actor this spring, but he wasn't so talkative. He gave space to other people to talk. And
Mhm.
sometimes one one man or girl can talk so much and be so dominant that destroys. I have to say, please, now we have to go to our theme plants.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel you on this because yeah, luckily I always have really nice people coming to my classes, but it's every group is different, and the group vibe is different, the group energy is different.
Mhm.
And it's a very interesting thing to see. Sometimes I have groups that are very hesitant to ask me questions. And then other groups, they just keep asking questions all the time. And it's not better or worse. It's just different. But to me, it's really interesting to see these different kind of energies in groups, and also how it influences the individuals in the group and how it influences their learning process. So
Mhm.
that's very interesting to talk about. I've been doing this work for 23 years now, and they really think that after 1 year of studying with me, they will have the same amount of knowledge, but it's impossible. And you can only, if this is your goal, you will only get like a feeling of failure, I think, because it's impossible. And even for me, it's an ongoing organic process. I keep learning new things all the time from the plants themselves, from other people. And it's just that's what makes it interesting. It would become very boring if I was done with learning and I knew everything. But it's just people, they have this impatience. And I think it's also because of social media where you get this instant gratification, but
Yes,
they just
fast,
want like
fast.
swallow a pill and have all the knowledge that you are having as a teacher, which is just impossible. It's really impossible. And of course, I try to to give them as much as I can and as much support as I can. And over the years, I've learned a lot about how people learn and how the brain works and how the heart works and how we learn on those levels. But um, you can never expect to have the same results as 23 years of absorbing knowledge. It's just impossible. So people have to be realistic about this. And learning is also repeating a lot of things all the time. And that is what makes it interesting, because all the seasons, sometimes my students, they really beat themselves up and they say to me, "Oh, I missed the linden flower harvests." And I say, "Yeah, it will come back next year, you know."
Yes.
It's a very short amount of time. It's like only 1 week where you can harvest those flowers, and you will have harvested other flowers and other berries and other herbs. And there is never a year in which I harvest like everything that is
Yes.
harvestable. It's
Ye-
never like that.
The same.
But
Yes.
people sometimes have this surreal image of how a herbal or a foraging life looks like. Yeah.
Because they have energy from a system, from their works, that everything has to be zack, 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 8, 4, work. Then after you come home, you make your bed. Everything is unpredictable. But in nature, you can't. If it's raining, when is your that plant you said linden?
Hmm.
Yes, when it's rain, you can't forage it. This
Exactly.
year I didn't forage it because it was bad weather. So fuck, I don't have it.
This is how real foraging life looks like, folks. It's not always what you see on social media, but it's really, this is the real thing and this is reality. Yes. One thing I'm also wondering, Gaby, is how it is with the basic botanical knowledge of the general public in Croatia. Like, is there a lot of difference in cities and the countryside, or uh, do people still know? Like, are they able to identify most wild plants, or how is it exactly?
I think people who live in out of cities, I think they cut their grass, they go to garden, and they recognize it more than people from cities. But it don't have to be true. Maybe somebody who lives in city goes often outside, and its work is connected with nature. So if botany is also as identification, books on morphology, but generally I think it's not high. Maybe in the middle, maybe a bit lower. Students of botany, like PMF, agriculture, or high schools that have botany, they have to learn it. Some of them keep it after in life. They take that knowledge and use it. But I think it's really low because it's no basic to survive. And in Croatia is crisis since my grandfather was living. Crisis. Don't use your money, this. But it's like they make the system makes you that you are in fear, then you do nothing, and that's not basic knowledge, botany.
Hmm.
When they give them my books, from systematics or something, like it's really like this, maybe wildflowers. This is all botany inside, families, Latin names, and
Yes.
morphological leaf stems. And this is one I got from my colleagues for like the book. More than 190 species describe it. Like
Wow.
flora, it's really families, beautiful drawings. I don't know. I like it, but it's like my kind of what I read, except like other things with astrology and energies. So it's not
It's too
basic.
bad that people don't know more about plants, especially since you say that there is a crisis and another crisis, and
Oh yes,
because it makes people so much more resilient to know like basic herbal medicine and to know some basic wild edible plants.
yes. They do it. They go to that schools. They learn botany and morpholo and how to make tinctures and teas. I said like that pharmaceutical school. But after they finish that school, not a lot of them make from that job. I think people, they got in life situations and then they stop, or maybe some life situation will, maybe when their health is going worse, maybe then they will ask for folk medicine or for dandelion root coffee or for nettle tea that gives you energy afternoon, or for rosehip tea that you can forage and have for winter, not to buy, not because of money. That's the feeling to be rich, when I have everything at home, when I don't go to city from my village 4 days. I don't spend a cent. I have everything at home. Yes, I bought something that makes you happier person. You are not listening to news. You are not dependent on this crisis because you can, we have chickens also. We have eggs. I grow vegetables. You don't need a lot. I have days when I'm more hungry. I eat pizza, burger, yes. But I don't do it every day. I do it before menses or when I work a lot and I'm hungry and I eat at 10 in the evening, everything. But that are a woman's cycle.
Is there like a typical Croatian herbal medicine or maybe a typical Croatian wild food dish that you want to share with us?
Typical traditional, you mean? Like strukli, it's like spicy, it's like salty. I don't know how to say it in English. Strukli. It's like filled with cheese, sour cream, and you put like nettles inside and you roll it for salty pie, like burek. It's not burek, it's strukli. And you put here like wild also wheats. My grandma used lobodam, Canopodium album. It grows in my potato field and sweet potato field, Canopodium album. It's wheat that is edible and you cut it. And also from Dalmatia, yes, I know, it's called Mishantia. It's a mixture of wild edibles, wheats that grow in winter in Dalmatia and little bit after here in continental region. It's like dandelion family, Asteraceae. They look like small cabbages, but open. They don't have head. It's like Latin name. I will tell you now. Latin name is Asteraceae family weeds, Costrish, Sonchus soleraceus. All weeds. Yes, it's really yummy. They use it with. They prepare it with potatoes, cooked potatoes, like blitva, like one greed edible vegetables. But when you go to forage it, it's for free. And when you buy it on the market, you have to pay. You eat it with a fish. You make fish and potatoes with that plant, with that green. You cook a little bit in hot water with salt and you mix it with olive oil. Yes, with these wild weeds and others, yes, rosehip tea and elderberry berries. Now, it's the end of season, elderberry berries. I found in many places people said, "Oh, they're toxic." They are not. They make you detox. But before, all old women in my village and in my this area, they pick it. They make uh, syrup and they make a jam. And even if they're cooked in jam and syrup, they make you detox. You go to toilet often. It's normal. And in modern, like maybe pages on internet or some modern herbal books that are not to trust, it's written toxic. It's not. No mistletoe. Mistletoe,
Yes.
like green one, Viscum album, is medicinal. I do tincture from leaves. And you have these berries, white berries.
Yes.
My uncle taught me to eat them for immunity. I eat them
Really?
yes, each day one. Then I put it in my jar to have it for spring. They're like glue, but you swallow it with water and it goes inside. I never died. I know in every herbal book it's written it's toxic fruits.
we live in a society that is very categorical. So it's either yes or either no. And then, a lot of plants don't fit in these two categories. Some plants are not just toxic or not just edible or medicinal, but they are both. If you would eat like a large amount, they would be toxic. Or if you would eat them after they flower, they could be toxic. Or if you eat them unheated, they could be toxic. And that's exactly this differentiation that is, that is actually what made me only so since the past couple of years, I'm only doing like a full year course. So not like just a workshop that lasts for one afternoon. Because it's exactly this kind of differentiation that people need, and people think, oh, it's toxic, or oh, it's edible, but it's not always one or another. You're not going to eat an eggplant raw or a potato raw. You're going to cook it or you're going to bake it. There are other things that, you're not going to eat, like the leaves of the potato. It's not just toxic or edible or medicinal. It can be all of these things
Yes.
at once. And people, it's sometimes hard for people to grasp this whole concept. But if you compare it to vegetables that they know or fruits that they know, then yes, it's easier for them to understand, I think. It's like, like the apple, like, yeah, the seeds are toxic, but you need a very large amount of the seeds for them to have enough toxicity to harm you. So it's, yes, is an apple edible? Yes. Is an apple toxic? Well, yes, also it can be if if you would save all the seeds and have a really large amount, you could intoxicate yourself. So yes, I love how nature is not binary, not one or the other. It's just it's everything at once, and that's what I really, really love about it.
I want to say something now. I have one good story about a toxic plant in one couple. She said me that in workshop, and I want to say, like, nature is not for people who are not kind of people. Better don't forage wild garlic because you got toxicated by poison what's similar, and that finishes in newspapers. And I said to people, don't harvest if you're not secure. If you
Mhm,
think maybe you're too much secure, and then you think, oh, that's so edible, and then you die, that's not good example for all people.
mhm,
And maybe yes, toxic plants, it depends of our liver. I think I can survive many toxic things because I try a little bit. And if you do it a little bit by little bit, one woman told me her friend, her female friend, had a husband, and she was poisoning her husband every morning. She cooked him tea from oleander leaves.
ooh,
But she cooked, you know what was? She didn't kill him. She gave him every morning a little bit of tea. It wasn't like 2 deciliters, a little bit, like a little bit poison. She thought she will poison him for a month. I don't know. And but what was the point? She was giving him every day the same amount of toxins, and he got resistant. That's why, our body has also can protect ourselves. Sometimes you're sick, but you are normal. You cough a little bit, you feel few days not in good energy, but you are like you are normal doing working because you have immunity. You have liver, you have everything. And parsley vegetable, we learn it at agriculture in when we learn about growing vegetables. When you eat too much parsley, it's the vegetable that has per 100 grams the most vitamin C. Yes, it goes out by our urine, but you eat too much, you can really go to hospital. It can kill you. Yes, like seeds,
wow,
apple, and from peach you have this
yes,
this sour in peach is cyanide.
mhm,
Cyanide.
mhm,
Yes, I ate it when I had something like cancer. when 10 years ago. I ate 3 days. Yes, you really feel, but you eat it as a medicine. So when you eat something what's poison, it can give you strength, Even when oh, I eat poison, I will not drink pesticide for my vegetables. Of course,
Mhm.
no. Because I will really die. It's really high concentrations.
Mhm.
It's not it's chemia, it's chemistry. I will really die for sure fast, but these natural toxins are not so poison hemlock, yes, and others. There are some that are not so they don't kill you fast and amounts have to be higher. I think people from city who eat different, they don't eat good nutritious food. I think you can kill him faster, that kind of people, than people from village that you don't eat half day, then your immunity is boosting. I think you need more dosage
Mhm.
because you have more bigger immunity. You don't eat that, then you eat grass, you're outside. I'm in my field and don't eat 6 hours, then I eat these leaves from cabbage. Oh, it's good, that's how you boost your immunity. Or you forget to eat because you're busy. I don't know. You are not like so in comfort zone like in cities. They are in
Mm.
offices, go home after work, they are at home, it's not healthy. They don't have air in that room and the apartment. Its immunity system is slower.
Mhm. Yes, they're like too pampered or too yeah.
Yes, too pampered, it's not good immunity. So I'm
Yes.
sorry, you will live shorter and you will be sick. It's
Mhm.
our decision how we live.
Mhm. Yes. Thank
That's
you
but
for that reminder. Yes, it's our decision how we live. I love that.
maybe it's rude from me what I said. I know that, but I know it for myself. How I live, I will get that back. I know.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's
Yes.
rude. Yes, it's rude, but empathy is not good to everybody, especially people from who are living a comfortable life because they
Mhm.
complain more than you. Maybe you have your classes when you have menses. You're not in the mood, you know? Maybe you had argue a few minutes before your podcast. I don't, that's what we don't say, but we survive because it's normal.
Yes. Yeah. I'm wondering, what was the last time a plant really surprised you?
Oh, in which way? I asked yesterday myself. In a good way or bad way?
It can be either.
Aconitum species, it's really
Mhm.
toxic species. Aconitum, there is yellow one that grows here near in Croatia and blue one that grows in mountains and Alps. I was this summer 1 month ago in to visit my aunt in Austria near Switzerland. They have cows and they are in Alps in the summer. So we went one day in the Alps and we were like about 3,000 meters high, and this Alp flora surprised me because I saw first time in life this blue aconitum. I don't know how to say in English. That is really, really toxic. I touch
Yeah.
it a little bit, the leaves. I know they are toxic and put it in my skin. I didn't got red this and so. And I was so happy like I saw a God. I didn't saw God, but I see it first time in my life so high. That beautiful toxic flower. I think they poisoned Socrates or Aristotle with that juice.
Yes,
That
it's very
was last
toxic,
time
but it's
in
also a very beautiful plant as well.
yes.
Yes.
It's so decorative. It's so I will have it in my garden, but no. I will be I will want to have make a tea and to try, like because leaves when you make a mild leaf tea from that species, you can kill a man. If you dig these potatoes, not roots, it can
Mhm.
kill a horse. It's really poisonous plant, and the amount of poison depends what's the part of the day. Is it morning, evening? Is it rainy day? It's so
Ah.
interesting. That surprised me and that makes me thinking, oh, I read a book about how to heal with poisonous plants. I like poison plants like Mandragora from Harry Potter and this. It's really, but they are so old books, like from 2 centuries. And I also have one book that wrote a Muslim herbalist. It's so interesting book. His thoughts that he write, you can't find it. They are not new books. That's
Wow.
the best thing. I got surprised when I read, and then want to make to write about that people to Instagram. or on a blog post, but I stopped because I asked myself how would they understand it?
Mhm.
Because they wrote about toxic plants, one blog, and it was one book about one folk medicine woman in London, 18th century. She was poisoning people, yes, males, their employees or husbands. She was working that, and that's how that motivated me to write about that blog post, because many spring flowers are poisonous. This white one, Helleborus, white one
Mhm.
is poisonous. Yes. And many people, they read, I don't know what they feel, but it's really dark blog.
Yes.
It's not dark negative, but it's so realistic. Like, I wasn't in the good mood. I went to wood. I was thinking to poison. It was so like my thoughts and from that book, and like from situation, because when you deal with male energy, yes, you have father, boyfriend, that's when we deal with male energy, because we are not the same. Sometimes we expect understanding woman, and then we are disappointed. So better not to expect anything from males. And that's why I wasn't angry at nobody. I just like that kind of toxic plants stories. It's so interesting. But this dark part of us, it's normal. And when you are in the dark, it's not even so dark. It's not so
Mhm.
dark. It's normal. You don't have to be all day happy. You can be sad, and it's normal. And then you can be, oh, I'm sad. Look, it's going through now. It's passing by. It's really good thing being in the dark of emotions or period of life, or it's not bad. It's normal part of our emotions or our physical life.
Mhm.
If you don't want it, then take cocaine and be always high. No, that's not for me. I like my mind.
Yes. So, how do you see the future of herbalism and foraging in Croatia for like the next 10, 20, 50, 100 years? I don't know.
I see it will be really, really nice future, because not just kids and younger people who don't eat meat, they are interested in folk medicine and herbalism, and they are not so, rigid in
Mhm.
thinking, and they really accept it. And, they have YouTubes, TikToks, they are not heavy energy. So that's why herbalism, that is alternative medicine, not West medicine. Of course, you go to check your blood, your eyes to doctor, but I think it's really good future. Yes, that people will also, they buy houses in village, they come back to village. I hope also I will have a cows and horses. I hope I will. I want that. I want to live like this, like people before, but not to be but on easier way. I like it. I will have cow for milk. I will have horse to ride, not to have a car, not because it's my decision in conscious, not like somebody's pushing me. I like
Mhm.
this kind of style. I will go with my horse to the market. I will put my horse and drink a coffee. I won't be ashamed of that. That are many kind of person, and not just people that come to my workshop, like many people with who you chat on Instagram, especially younger, they really like it. I don't know, do we have TikTok? It's so popular to have animals at home. One boy from America makes videos with his cows and he's cooking. It's funny. People have cats, dogs. They are maybe good friends with, I don't know, I have ducks. I have one this year. I was making reels with one of my duck. She was sick and I really help her. So people are also people who want, if you need help in money, you can ask them. There are many people who want to help and give, and animals and this kind of people that are like me or younger and like us are open-minded, and like the world is changing on positively way. All the rigid people are going away, that souls, because it's really heavy when you go to city to some signed papers that are connected with the banks. It's killing you in your soul. It's not. I hope bank will also disappear one day, and like everything what has to be what's male energy. And that's why I think older women are sick, like on reproductive organs. also some younger, endometriosis, because they don't accept fertility and female energy, that you are weak when you have menses. It's normal. They don't appreciate because system pushes you to be every day the best, be the best, be the most productive. You're a manager. No, you can't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, that's why also young people, they cure themselves. I also had endometriosis and I did it on my way with my head, and I'm a
Yes.
healthy woman.
Yes. Lovely.
Like
So,
you have this guard, you have anger on system, like rage on system, and then you have a will to do it by yourself.
yes. Gaby, do you have a final message for the listeners? Many of whom are herbalists or foragers themselves, but do you have like a final message for them?
Uh, don't know. I just want to say from my state of when I wake up or when you wake up, dear guests, herbalists, foragers, everyone who listens, when you wake up and when you are not in the good mood, the best thing is to go outside to your garden, to your wood, with your cat, dog, ducks, I don't know, cow, what you have. Just don't go to city. Don't check with people, mobile phone, and be as much as how you like there, how many hours, and do something. I don't know, if you work, make reels, film your berries, film your grass, I don't know, eat nettles, and then you will take that energy inside. Take energy, be there from which energy you want to soak in yourself to be with other people, because the most time we have, because we also, it's our job, we have to have energy and to be in higher dimensions as them, because they are many times we are dealing with our clients that are in lower energies that can drain us. So how to keep our energy protected from morning till evening every day, especially women.
Mm-hmm.
That's my message. Yes. Also, it's message to me.
Yes.
Yes.
Just go outside. It's so simple, but it works for me every single time. Even when it rains,
Yes.
if you're indoors and it's raining outside, it always looks worse from the inside. If you just
Yes.
take your raincoat and you go out, you will love.
Yes. And on the winter, take your digging tool and go to dig comfrey root, even if it's
Yes.
mud. You will feel so happy and grateful because you took your medicine for bounce. You will be
Mhm.
so much grateful for your food, for tea. You will change your clothes. You will be warmer. It's good to be outside, and you're happier and more grateful what you have your home.
Mhm. Yes. So, Gabby, if people want to find out more about your work, about the products that you're making, about your workshops, where can they find more information?
They can find the most information on my Instagram profile. It is Gaby's Garden, or the same web page where I have my herbal remedies, witchy allies, some workshops where I write my actual workshops. Of course, I have workshops on English. I had it in last year for two friends, one herbalist friend from Sweden. I had it on English.
All right. Okay. Nice. Good to know. Thank you so much, Gaby, for this interesting conversation. I really loved our talk. I will be thinking about you when I'm digging up my comfrey roots this winter.
Yes,
And
yes.
for you, listener, thank you so much for listening again. See you in the next episode. And in the meantime, keep powdering your nose with dandelion pollen. Bye bye.
A warm thank you for listening, Wildy. Are you feeling a wild itch after this episode? Well, just head over to wildplantforager.com and feel free to connect with me on social media. I'm looking forward to the next episode. I hope you'll be there. But for now, just go outside and follow your wild heart.